We're now underneath the new Acropolis Museum, and they found a village underneath which they've excavated and have just opened. We're now looking around the bathhouse. What you're looking at there is a large circular tower hall. It wasn't defensive, but the hole is not like a well, and the tower would have gone up from the middle there, and people would have walked around and chatted. From what I can understand, this is part of the public toilets, and the waste went down there into the main sewers. A further look round at the area, a nice floor area. This is a middle class area, a nice courtyard and a well, which we can just see there in the middle.
This room here was probably a workshop because it's got its own toilet, and the owner of this bigger house would probably rent this out.
You can see the courtyard in the middle there where it's open, and all the buildings around it. This water channel would have had water flowing down it to take away the waste from the toilets that connected to it, into it, so that it went down to the main sewer. This is part of the big house with the work room that we were looking at, a part of the floor in the work room where we'd have his toilet next door. Another view of the water system where the water's flushed down, taking away the waste down, and how it goes down into the main sewer. Going to look at next, you're now looking at the oldest houses that were found on this site.
The excavated remains here show houses dated from the 5th century BC to the end of the 6th century AD. So there were alterations and additions over the 1,000 years.
This is actually two properties, left and right hand side, with a courtyard in the middle.
Mosaic on the floor.
That's the room she's talking about there.
Which the master of the house would greet his male guests, and they would eat and drink and talk in there.
And these are the other rooms. This was a much larger house altogether. So a nice floor in the
living room.
Dining room. From this angle you can actually see the left and right hand and how it tapers off towards the back for the courtyard between the two old houses, two smaller houses. I think that's a well there. There were 12 rooms around this courtyard, but they're not sure what they were used for. All these pillars you can see are all supporting the new museum built above this. And we have a top view of the toilet, and it would come out there, then into the main waterway down to the sewers. Look at this courtyard from a different angle. I think there we've got a bit of original flooring. As you can see, even in these very old times, the sewage system was very important. There's a very large main room. Those squares there would have been the pillars that went right up to support the roof, and the other pillar the other side. So you can see it was quite a large room. This all belonged to a large house and probably had something to do with water storage and waterways, with the wells and the sewage. If I can see sophisticated water sewage systems you can see, a very sophisticated sewer system. An entrance to a cistern or an area, and you can see the vaulted roof pointing to the tower,
which was a decoration. It was nothing to do with defence.
We can now update that. That is the position of the tower we've just been looking at on the diagram. If there's a hole, people throw money down it. Look at the museum now, final view, and below it all the old ruins, and back up to the new. There's the museum now from a distance, and it's next to the Acropolis, which is over there. Time for a frappe. We're stopping.